Roberto here for another video review, this time with the Cadbury Mini Rolls Mint Choc Ice Cream Flavour. Or Mint Choc Ice Cream Flavour Mini Rolls, how you want to say it. Yeah, so basically thanks so much to Lula for pointing these out to me in the comments. Basically I didn't know they existed until he mentioned them. Yeah, available in, well I got them in Home Bargains, but you can get them in Farm Foods as well. Yeah, so interesting one, these ones. I don't know if they're available in other places. Probably are, that's where I've seen them anyway. Yeah, so I've just reviewed also, we're in the process of reviewing, which I'll come to in a bit, these Neapolitan versions as well. So yeah, interesting. So you can see these ones pretty much the same as a regular mini roll, but they've got mint sort of cream in the centre as well, whereas these ones are kind of similar to the, I guess the jam and cream ones they do. I think it's jam and cream they're called anyway. But obviously just with strawberry cream flavour in the middle rather than jam and cream, I guess. So yeah, so not very interesting. You can see there, got the Neapolitan ice cream flavour advertised, and I quite like the design here with the glasses on there, ice cream glasses. And also you see I like the sort of the font here and the text and stuff, where it's got these quotation marks, which are kind of the shape of the, well they are the shape of the cream in the middle. And I like with the rolls as well. Well, the O also has the quote in it, cream shape, and the O as well, and the L and the N all sort of form a, sort of circular pattern. It doesn't really, I guess the I and the N and the M as well, sort of. It doesn't quite come around all the way to the M here and then continue on to the R, which is a bit of a funny one. But it's yeah, but I quite like it all in all. It's not too bad. Here's what else we got on it. Let's have a look what it says on the wrapper itself. We can just lift it up slightly, see if it's not quite so skewy. Let's see. Yes, what does it say there? Chocolate flavoured sponge with a mint flavoured filling covered with milk chocolate. There we go. So milk chocolate 34%. Yeah, it's like it's got palm on it, palm fat there. The palm somewhere else mentioned in it. I think it possibly does. I can't see it. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there you go, palm there. Palm oil. Palm fat and palm oil. And this not in a row, just yeah. Palm there as well. So palm vegetable fat, so palm in brackets, vegetable oils, palm in brackets, and vegetables again, palm in brackets here. So this is probably on the filling, and it says mint flavoured filling 28% there as well. So there we go. Yeah, so there we are. Okay, what's the calories on it? Suitable vegetarians, it says by the way down here. Yes, so per 100 grams, 465 calories, 23.7 grams of fat, 11.1 of which are saturates. And per roll, 26 grams, 120 calories, 6.2 grams of fat, 2.9 of which are saturates. Normally chocolate bars are 500 to 550 calories, so this is less than that per 100 grams. And there's it says 5 hexagons, but I think assuming it's 5 rolls in it. Don't know why they're not circular. Yeah, interesting. Yeah. That, but there we go. Anything else? Try me frozen. So we're doing that. That's why I'm in the process of reviewing new ones, because I'm sort of doing these in between. Basically, I probably have one in the freezer, so or two of them, two of the 5 anyway. So I'm going to taste them in a minute, frozen and at room temperature. So we're doing the same with this one as well after this. So yeah, interesting one. Yes, there we go. Yeah, anything interesting to say? I don't think there's too much more to talk about really on the packaging. Yeah, I'm not sure really. They contain nuts. Try leaving Cadbury ice cream mint flavoured rolls in the freezer for 2 hours, then enjoy. If frozen within 24 hours of removal from the freezer. Do not refreeze once defrosted. Do not refreeze once defrosted. Yeah, okay. Bad food poison if you do that, so you have to be very careful. Okay, let's give this an open. Let's have a look at them. Let's do it. Let's give them an open. Okay, let's get these Cadbury Mini Rolls Mint Choc Ice Cream Flavour open, or Cadbury Mint Choc Ice Cream Flavour Mini Rolls and open, if you want to say it. Yeah, so let's do it. Yeah, so basically at time recording, I've done over 810 reviews, believe it or not. So if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. In the top right hand corner, as you look, I'll put a link to place all my other reviews and probably some other playlists as well, perhaps some mini roll playlists, Cadbury playlists, things like this. So yeah, so after you've watched this and enjoyed it, click on the eye symbol and yeah, take advantage of those and enjoy them too. Hope you do. Okay, there we go. Nice mint smell coming from these actually. Yeah, nice mint smell. So yes, let's have a look. So come individually wrapped, of course. You can see one here. Quite interesting. Nothing too dramatic going on. Basically the same as the outer packaging. A bit disappointing there's no picture of it on here. I think there could be, but there isn't. Yeah, let's give them a bit of an open then. So let's move to one side. Okay, let's see. There we go. So yeah, not too bad. So pretty much it's going to be the same size as the Neapolitan ones, which I've measured before in my previous half review. So we'll just do it here though. Let's see. So basically about 6.8 centimeters in length, height 2.7. Check that again. Yeah. What's the other one I've done? Width. There we go. Yeah. Width. About 3.1 centimeters. There we go. Okay, let's give it a bit of a chop. My trusty knife around. Okay, so give it a bit of a chop. Knife's not the sharpest in the world, but it'll do. Yes, let's have a look. So you can see the knife's kind of pushed the sponge a bit. See, just oversaturated the camera a bit there. So let's see if we can calm it down. There we go. So you see the sponge has collapsed a bit over the quotation mark, but I think it's not a bad look to it. Let's just get the original packaging. Let's see if we can find it. Here it is. So the original, the actual packaging. Yeah, so let's see. Not quite as in hand. It's a bit greener than it looks on the camera. Trying to see if I can. There we go. It's probably a bit better. Yeah. There you go. It's not too bad. I mean, obviously it's not a perfect quote. See, obviously the bottom one's upside down. But it's not bad. I think that's pretty acceptable. That. Let's say it is a bit. You can see it's slightly green. It's a bit too light on the camera. It is a bit green, a bit, yeah, it's a bit more green in hand than it looks on the camera. I know it's a bit hard to, it's just one of those unfortunately, but yeah. There we go. Not too bad that. I think that's not a bad representation. Not perfect, of course. Not quite as photogenic as it is on the on the wrapper, but I think that's not bad. As I say, it is a bit greener in hand. Greeny blue anyway. Greeny blue in hand. You can see the colour, yeah, it's just a bit crazy on the camera. It just tries to adjust itself. There you go, that's probably a bit better. But as I say, still slightly green. But you can see the green tint there, the greeny blue tint of the cream, I think. Okay, not bad. Alright, well, I'm going to pop a couple of them in the freezer. So yes, I'll come back and taste one at room temperature and taste one, frozen. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, everyone, so I'm going to give these Cadbury mint choc ice cream flavour mini rolls a taste. So yes, I put one in the freezer. It's been in there for an hour and a half, pretty much. Yes, cracky, very cold. Yeah, we've got a regular room temperature one as well, one I chopped in half earlier. So yeah, so we'll see whether it works well frozen. I did taste the Neapolitan one, gave that a go. Wasn't overly impressed with it frozen. As long story short, I didn't think it quite worked too well. I'm probably expecting this to be roughly the same. I mean, it was okay, but I just didn't think it quite worked too well, as in it was any better, basically. I guess it's obviously, these are ice cream flavoured ones, so it's thematically, good to freeze them, but I just found in practice it didn't really bring out the flavours as well. So I'll see if that's the same with this one. It's not mint choc chip, which is the, I think the downfall here. I didn't mention it before, forgot to mention it really, but yeah, it should be mint choc chip. That's the ice cream flavour. So all they've done is been a bit lazy and just made the cream sort of mint cream. Yeah, it's a bit disappointing. So yeah, a bit of a shame, that one. Yeah, so there we go. So I think that's something he could have done. He could have easily just put I don't know, bits of chocolate in there as well, or something like that, or somewhere on it really. Choc chip anyway, just inside the cream. So yeah, a bit of a shame. Yeah, one thing I didn't mention before as well is the fact that if I put the empty one, you can see it doesn't go anywhere near to the top of the wrapper. So you can imagine you could fit in, these two more if you put these horizontally at the top. They must fit in, yeah, you'd be able to fit in another couple pretty much at the top, and there's a bit of a gap as well, where there's 5 of these don't quite go edge to edge. So you could easily fit in, get another couple more mini rolls in here, basically. You only get 5 in the pack, but you could easily get 7 at least in there. So yeah. All right. So well, I've got let's say these two I cut in half earlier. So let's give these a taste, and we'll try the frozen one as well. So let's try the room temperature one first. Let's give it a go. A nice mint flavour there for sure. It's quite prominent. It's not overly strong, but it's definitely mint. It's clearly just the cream, obviously. Chocolate sponge is quite dryish, or well, it doesn't have much of a flavour. Basically, it's not massively moist. It's not as good as the sort of the vanilla sponge that's in the cream and jam one as well that you can get, mini roll. Yeah, also that was present in the Neapolitan one. Just the chocolate sponge, I'd say, it looks like it'd be better and it looks really nice, but it just isn't quite as good. And I think that's why let's say the sort of like the vanilla sponge with the jam and the cream one is just generally the nicer one, really, even though you'd think the chocolate one was nicer with the regular cream. And this one's kind of the same as that, but I'd say just with mint cream. So I think if you're a mint fan, I think it's definitely something for you, but otherwise it's pretty much the same as the regular one. It needs choc chip as well. It's a crime they've not done that really, because that's the ice cream flavour, mint choc chip. Since I remember doing this, but I don't know if it's a case of deja vu, whether I actually did review this in the past. Maybe I did. Here's the frozen one anyway, so ooh, yes, very cold. So you can see it's gone that sort of bit of a dull colour there, and you can quite see the difference. And this is the colder one. You can just see it's slightly gone. This is the colder one. And you can see it's just slightly gone a bit more matte. Yeah, the problem with the Neapolitan one, I just found that the flavours didn't come out as well. Didn't really add anything to it, and the flavours just seemed to detract from it because the sponge wasn't as soft and fluffy. And it meant the flavours didn't come out at the same time like they normally would, because it takes a bit longer to get to it, and the cream was more solid, so it didn't, just didn't melt in the mouth as much and stuff like that. So let's see what it's like in the mint one's case. I feel it might be quite similar, but let's see. Nice crack of the chocolate, and so you get quite a good look at the cream now. Looks quite nice, a bit like it does on the packet, although it did look that way anyway. Not too similar, I guess, but similar enough. But it did look like that in the non-freezer version. It's okay. Yeah, it's the same problem really. You just lose the flavours a bit. The textures really do help, I think, in a mini roll for the flavours, and just because the textures are quite soft normally and they melt in the mouth, and just the way they work really. But you just lose that when it's frozen. Yeah, the sponge is just too hard. And there's its softness, and it's just more. It just tastes a bit more bland for some reason. I don't know why that is. I think it's just because it doesn't mix with the cream very well. Yeah, don't know. I think this one's a bit more because of the chocolate sponge. It's definitely not as good as the vanilla sponge. It just isn't. You just think, as I say, when you're younger, you always think chocolate everything's better. Chocolate cake's better than than a Victoria sponge and stuff like this, chocolate cake and chocolate cream stuff. But the chocolate sponge is generally just not very flavourful. It's not, chocolate's nice, obviously, but chocolate sponge isn't great. It looks nice and you think it'd be great, but it just isn't. It needs other stuff to work with it, and that's why this is just not as good as the other one, the Neapolitan one, just because the vanilla sponge just tastes that much more interesting, that much nicer. And it doesn't look like it would. And that's the case with this one, as I say, it's just a bit of a bland sponge, really. Yeah. It's okay. But the Neapolitan one is the one that wins it for me. Yeah, for all those reasons I said, really, just the chocolate sponge is a bit more bland. And the mint flavour is quite nice. If you're a massive mint fan, though, obviously, you're going to like this one because it's mint, and it's just going to be more mintier than all the others, which is something that isn't offered in any of the other flavours. I mean, I guess the strawberry cream from the Neapolitan isn't either, but it's a bit more subtle, basically, than the mint one. But yeah. This one's alright. As I say, I think for me it's just a bit more of a generic mini roll, really, just mint flavoured one. It's okay, it's nothing special. And it's not mint choc chip either, which is what the ice cream flavour really is. And I'm sure, I wonder if I've reviewed this in the past. I'm sure I remember saying this for something at least. I'm sure it's a similar product or maybe another mini roll limited edition or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, it's okay. I think Frozen, it's not as good for sure. I think Frozen is probably a 2.5 out of 5, I think. Just a bit below average, really. And I think, at room temperature, it's a 3 out of 5. It's okay, as I say, and it's got a nice mint flavour. It works pretty well, but it just feels a bit mundane. The chocolate sponge is just not really much of anything. Yeah, and if you try it frozen, like it does advise on the packet, as we said before, try and be frozen. It's just the flavours don't come out as well, and the textures work against it for that reason, and just don't taste as good either anyway. So yeah, so basically a 3 out of 5, pretty average affair. If you really like mint, you could probably add half a mark onto it. You know, but I think there's probably better. As well, there's not many mint cake bars out there, I guess. So maybe it's, you know, yeah. But I still don't think it's that great, you know. So yeah. So 3 out of 5. Okay guys, hope you enjoyed that review. Follow Twitter and Instagram, check out the YouTube member program, great to support the channel, as I always say. Link for that's in the description. Your Discord link's in the description as well for the Discord server. So yeah, check that out. Great to keep in touch with myself and the community. Yeah, please leave a comment or free. Always great to hear from you, and I do reply as well. Yeah, like the video if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel also too if you haven't done that also. Click the bell icon. You know the drill by now. I'm sure you've heard it on all the other channels, but it's a great way to help out the channel you're watching. It really is. Yeah, have a great day. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye for now. See ya.